Hi everyone, and welcome again to Web3 hacking and development tips. In this video we are going to secure the contract that we hacked in the previous video, which I'm going to put the link in the bio below. So let's go through this contract again and let's see what we did last time. So this contract that allows anyone to change the ownership. In this case, if the ownership is changed, the attacker or the new owner can withdraw all the funds. So what are we going to do now? We are going to secure this contract so no one but the owner can withdraw the funds. So how we are going to do that? First thing first, we are going to create a modifier. And what is a modifier? Well, a modifier in Solidity is a reusable piece of code that can be attached to any function to change or restrict their behavior. What does it mean? It means that the modifier, it can be added to this function to perform some restriction. So let's do it together. So we declare modifier, and let's name it onlyOwner. Okay. Let's put here require. What does it require? It requires the owner to equal message sender, else not the owner of the contract. And we have to add a underscore and semicolon. So this is our modifier, and we have put that only owner can perform this transaction, else it will drop by saying not the owner. The transaction will be reverted with a message not the owner. And how we are going to use this modifier? We just go to the function that we want only the owner to interact with, and we put here, for example, after external, only owner, and that's it. And this one also, the withdraw, only owner. That's all. So these two functions here, the change ownership and the withdraw function, they are going to be executed only by the owner of the contract. For the rest of the function, they are view functions. As I said, they do not perform any change to the blockchain, so they do not perform any risk to our contract. So here, for example, it's a get balance function. We see the owner, get the address of the message sender, and they get the owner. So these are the most important function, is the change the ownership and the withdraw function. So this is our contract, but there is one more thing that I want to do for security purposes. I want to say here require before that, let me explain one more thing before doing this. Okay. This function, we add only owner, but it does not do anything. It's the owner, it's always going to be the message sender. So we are not able to change the ownership of this contract because this function will be only executed by the owner, okay, by the owner of the contract, which is always the message sender. So what we want to do, we want to change the ownership. And how we are going to do that? We are going to declare here an address, and we're going to put in new owner, and we are going to say here owner, new owner, owner takes new owner. And one more thing I want to do as a check for security purposes, I would like to say that the new owner address that we declared must be different from address 0, else not a valid address. What is an address 0? Address 0 is something like it's a dead address 000, and if by mistake the owner change it to the an address 0, the contract and the funds are lost forever. So this is like it's input checks to prevent any mistake. So now everything is okay, but our contract here has 0 ETH, so we need a function to receive some Ethereum. So what we are going to do, I'm going to add a receive function, which is going to be external payable. Here in this function, I can put only owner so that the owner can send the Ethereum to this contract. But in our case, I would put it like external payable. Anyone can send this function some ETH. And what is a receive function? A receive function in Solidity is a special function that allows a contract to receive plain Ether. So in here, you can put a logic, for example. You can specify like logic option, like specify the amount of the sent amount must be superior than 1 or anything that you want, but I'm going to put it option here, like logic is option, and so anyone can send any amount they want. Okay, so let's see our contract. So we declared a modifier for the onlyOwner, and we added the onlyOwner modifier to the function that must be only executed by the owner of the contract. Withdraw, get address, these are view functions, and the withdraw is it's external and only by the owner, which is owner. So let's compile. There is a mistake, not the owner of the contract. What's wrong with this? Yes, let's do this. Compile again. Owner, new owner. Okay, semicolon again. And if we compile one more, it's compiled. Now let's deploy our contract. So let's deploy it, deploy the contract, and our contract is deployed. And let's see, the owner is this address, the second one. Okay, it's the second address because we deployed it with the second address. And let's send some ETH from the second address, this one. Let's put here 5, for example, just 2 ETH, and because we have this receive function, our contract can receive ETH, and we do transact, and as we can see here, we have 5 Ethereum. Okay, now let's see, the owner is this address. So if we change the address, let's put this one and perform withdraw, the transaction will be automatically reverted with a message not the owner. It's a mistake here, but it's okay. So not the owner of the contract. Okay, so let's proceed. So what we want to do, we want to change the ownership to this address. So we have to go here, put the new address, and the owner is always this address, which is the second address in here. And let's perform change ownership. And if we get owner, there is a mistake. Let's do this again. This is the owner, and this is change owner. Perform, okay, the function transaction was successful, and if we do get owner must change, yes, it has changed to the new owner, which is the third address in here. And now if we perform a withdraw, this address will receive the 5 ETH. this address will receive the 5 if withdraw. It's 0 balance, and this address has received the 5 if. So yes, that's how we restrict to some users to execute some functions on the smart contract by creating a modifier onlyOwner, require owner message sender, and we add this modifier to the function that we want only the owner performs. So guys, and this is called access control. So guys, this is how we secure or we limit the functionalities to particular users or particular people that own this contract. Okay, in the so that's all for this contract, and in the upcoming video we are going to install Ganache locally, and we are going to interact with this contract using Python Web3 library. So see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Please like my video, and if you have any question or you want to add something, feel free to comment below. Thank you so much.